And so it begins. You might say it begins once again, but it carries the same excitement with it. And it begins here in RCB's cauldron at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Right, let's play. Jacob Duffy on his IPL debut. First ball coming up, two fielders out. One at square, one at backward point. A little bit of swing.
Duffy's known for a few things. When he's at his best, he had a very good 2025. As you mentioned, KP and Harsha, his 2026 World Cup hasn't gone well, but he was prolific in wicket-taking across formats in 2025. He can swing the new ball back into the left-hander. He can also bowl that cross seam or scramble seam across the left-hander from leg to off.
First runs of this year's IPL. I just wonder if Travis said things I might have missed out on that swinging into his pads.
Absolutely, as a batter, you see it swing early. And if you're setting yourself like he does, he'll 100% think that he's missed out there. He'll pop down now to Abhishek and he'll just have a chat to him and talk to him about the shape and say that it is swinging a little bit. So no doubt Abhishek will, well, not no doubt, he will. No doubt he'll try and make sure that anything that swings back onto his stumps, he looks after.
It's interesting, the man on the boundary at square is in a straight line to the square leg umpire, not behind. But I'm interested in the person at backward point. Teams used to have man in front of cover almost for Abhishek. Oh, good ball. Good ball. The keeper thought there was something no one else did. He still thinks he's heard something.
Very loud out there. I could struggle to hear Rajat Patidar and his answers at the toss, and he is saying it's very loud for him. Jitesh wants it, and they go for it.
How do you hear that?
Copy that. We have a player's review for caught behind, given not out. Feet checked, it's a fair delivery. Watching the split screen now. Roll it. The ball is passing very close to the outside edge. Can I have ultra edge here, please? So roll it through. So roll it one more time, please. Take it forward. Yeah, flat line as the ball passes the bat. No bat involved. Going back to Madan on field. Madan, you can stay with the original decision of not out. You're on screen.
It's a miracle he heard something, but he heard something that wasn't there.
When we saw that replay, we thought out.
There's the first one. There goes the first six of the Tata IPL 2026. And inevitably it comes from the blade of Abhishek Sharma.
He was not going to miss out. This wicket is a very, very good wicket. If it's wide, if it's full, if it's short, it's going to go the distance here this evening at the Chinnaswamy. There it was wide, there it was full. It didn't swing and it got met into the stands.
There's a fielder there and the batter said, I don't really care.
Yeah, the fielder was Tim David, and he doesn't walk in. He just haunches on the boundary rope. But there wasn't enough acreage for him to get under it. And do Abhishek's confidence the world of good in this opening partnership.
So Ishan Kishan at 3. Heinrich Klaasen had a very good IPL last year, but doesn't play for South Africa anymore. Not the best season thereafter. Oh, it swung, he didn't find the gap. A 6, but only 7 of the first over. bit of relief, I'd imagine, for Jacob Duffy. He might have played cricket around the world. There's something about bowling that first over in the IPL. Interesting, he got a little bit of swing at the pitch report. Two of you mentioned there might be a little bit of swing.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it happens very, very early. Be interesting to see whether Bhuvi as well swings it. He's got great wrist position, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Get it to go away from the right-hander. Get it to come into the right-hander, away from the left-hander, into the left-hander. He's got 198 wickets, so he only needs a couple, and then he really does elevate himself in the game. Already a star bowler with magnificent numbers. But what a performer he is. Consistent performer. Just turns up day in, day out, and just delivers a fairly simple skill, but delivers it so well, Bish.
A great control, familiar with this ground, but he'll have to be at his best.
He is a bona fide IPL great. In the years that the Sunrisers qualified for the playoffs, every time from 2016 to 2020, he was such an integral part of that, leading the attack.
And to confirm your point, what is he, Asha? He's a couple of wickets away from 200 in the IPL. That emphasizes your point.
He's a year older, but he went and played the Mushtaq Ali and played it very well. This is great professional. Hasn't played for India for a long time. You might want to send a little reminder.
It's just important to just bat or to bowl. You can't give the game up and not play for a very long time and then expect to come back and just deliver from ball one, especially in this tournament. This tournament is right up there. It's the biggest tournament. It doesn't get any bigger, it doesn't get any better. And when that... Probably a wide, yes, it is a wide. When that gets said, you know that you've got to deliver from ball one. Let's have a look at what Abhishek Sharma did there, and a couple of balls in, bang, he hits it for 6. So you know you've got to be tight on your lines, you know you've got to really get into your act. And so it's really nice to see players like Bhuvi committing to the domestic game, going to play the domestic game, keeping sharp, wanting to be strong, wanting to be as good as he can be.
Well, on other days that could have rolled back onto the stumps because Abhishek had no idea where it went. Bhuvneshwar Kumar's length, though, so far in this over, sometimes you'll see him when the ball is swinging go very full to get swing. Here it's just back of a length, looking to hit maybe above, just above the pad in terms of height. So far, anyway.
Maybe they're worried about this swing because this swing is, you blink and you miss. So maybe they're just a little worried. I bowl fuller and the swing vanishes, then the ball vanishes too. Just tinkering with the man on the boundary at backward point. He's not even backward, he's almost point. Down the leg side, it'll be wide again.
You can see it's a tactic. They're trying to bowl into his right hip at the moment. And he's okay with a couple of wides because he knows that it's a weak spot and it's a soft spot for Abhishek Sharma. Any width, you try and swing that ball away from Abhishek, he'll hit you into the stands. So here is a clear plan and a clear ploy from RCB to attack his right hip, to attack his thigh pad. Couple of wides, okay, but it's the dot balls and it's the percentages he's after. There again, brilliant bowling.
It's high pressure. Erupting, these two batters hit a 6, I think something like every 7 balls in the power play in the IPL. Their boundary hitting percentage is even less, maybe 3 or 4 balls usually on average. Time to close out the over. Only 6 off it so far. Pressure.
Even KP rolled his eyes over at those numbers. Can you imagine? Oh, little inside edge doesn't mean it's his day. does those little moments. A boundary, 10 of the over, it's 17 for no loss.
And you're standing there and you nick it, and all you're thinking about is hearing that noise. And when you turn around and seeing it disappear down to fine leg, that's why he was smile. It's that split second when you're a batter and you're standing there and you nick it, and all you're thinking about is hearing that noise. And when you turn around and seeing it disappear down to fine leg, that's why he was smiling.
RCB put out these videos, don't they, from time to time, about the process behind picking players, the fascinating insight into why they picked Jacob Duffy. Looked at all the players and just said, for what we need, he's the best in the world. Oh, down the leg side again. Sometimes when you can try to get too close to the batter, not to give room down the offside, can you drift the other way?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they've done, but I think that's a plan and that's a ploy, Harsh. I think what they're doing here is they're saying just attack his right hip. It's a clear weakness. I wouldn't say it's a weakness, but it's a clear sort of blind spot for Abhishek. So you got to attack that. You can't think, okay, let me attack it once or twice and then go to line and length again, because as soon as you go to line and length, he smacks you.
That's gone straight up. Jitesh Sharma is underneath it. Will this be the first? It is. RCB have a wicket. Abhishek is on his way back.
Outstanding for Jacob Duffy, who, as we've said before, the last few months hasn't gone well for him. But into the pitch, and it's a scrambled seam as well. It's not the conventional seam up, it's something that he's made his own, like so many other fast bowlers. Hitting the pitch hard, yes. He started off his IPL journey in good style. Abhishek goes for 7, 18 for 1.
Keep your favorite.
Not quite the script they would have wanted to write, the Sunrisers. It is a great start for Jacob Duffy. They would have told him, the reason we've picked you is because we want a tall, hit-the-deck bowler into the body of these left-handers. That's going to be a test for Ishan Kishan as well, who struck a purple patch recently. Off the mark.
That's what I like about Jacob Duffy at his best. He can swing the ball, he can bowl full, or he can go hard into the pitch. He's the type of bowler when he's in his best form. Captains will love him because he can bowl in different modes. Look at the seam position. Very scrambled compared to the genuine seam up in the previous over that he bowled where the ball swung. He's got those skills.
That's why some of us had him as the breakout cricketer of 2025. This is outstanding from RCB so far.
It really is high-quality bowling. There's a plan and they are executing their plan so brilliantly. Wonderful to see, because normally in the shortest form of the game, how many times over the last couple of seasons have we not just seen 6s and 4s everywhere? But RCB have clear plans here to this batting lineup at the moment, especially just to the left-handers. They're only facing the left-handers at the moment.
Brilliant. If Jacob Duffy wanted to forget the T20 World Cup, he has, and he has by dint of some excellent new ball bowling. The power play was what Hazelwood did so well in last year for them. Now Duffy started.
Yeah, you can see with change of seam position as well. And as a batter, I suppose you have to be able to put pressure on that sort of length by playing that horizontal bat shot, Kevin.
Yeah, you either have to wait for it or you've got to come and find it.
A little fuller, exactly what the batter wants. Now, has it gone straight onto the cushion? No, bounce just in.
And that's what we're talking about here. As soon as you try something different, not that he's tried to do something different, but as soon as there is something different, it's full and it's a little bit wide and it's away from the top of leg stump and it's away from that hip, have a look at what happens. And this is why these guys have bowled so beautifully this evening, because they haven't veered too far away from where they've been.
just tells you why this is such a tough gig. He's missed one ball.
So tough. 2 balls. He missed their previous ball, and then the wide one then went for 6.
That's why when you're bowling here, I think your mindset has to be different. You have to open up your mind that you might go for a few more runs.
Absolutely.
You were me and Bish. You could never have that mindset.
That was my downfall.
Clobbered straight to the fielder. One more goes. Jacob Duffy has 2. First Abhishek, now Travis Head, and as you would imagine, the Chinnaswamy has erupted.
When you ask the question about defending your title, you need to come with a plan, and you need to execute your plan. RCB won the title last year. Can they back it up? Well, I'll tell you something right now, top of the stumps again. They're backing it up. The first 10 to 15 minutes of this season in the IPL, RCB are executing it brilliantly. Abhishek gone, Head gone, Duffy is on fire, and so is the Chinnaswamy.
Head for 11, 23 for 2 Sunrisers.
If you're craving a flavor...
But tell me when it happens, it happens. Phil Salt has not moved an inch at deep square. Brilliant. That is an indicator what great form is. 3,000 IPL runs for Ishan Kishan.
And you see as well why teams sometimes will go for the deep backward point, because that's not a bad delivery instead of a deep third. But he's just punched a decent enough delivery, maybe a smidgen of width, square. The deep point couldn't stop it.
What about this catch?
This to me took some catching, because I just spoke about the horizontal bat shot. Travis Head kicked himself because he hit it straight to Salt, and when it's coming at that pace, you've got to decide whether you're going to bend the knees and take it with a kind of reverse cup, fingers pointing up, or whether you're going to stand tall and pouch it the opposite way, and you don't have much time to think. Phil Salt, although he's good with the gloves, he's very good in the outfield in the hot spot.
It'll be interesting to see how Nitish Reddy goes about this, because last year you got the feeling that going up to number 4 was maybe a place or two too high for him in the batting order. But he's got that position again. I thought that would go to Liam Livingston, to be honest. And then Klaasen and Nitish Reddy after that. But they think they need the extra bowling option. He's in strike now. Oh, play and a miss from Bhuvi.
And it's about hitting your lines again. Straight to the right-hander. Right-hander comes out to bat, and this is what we're talking about with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Brilliant to the left-handers. Right-hander comes out and he hits the rope, Bish.
Lovely test match length. Whether he goes a little bit fuller, not too full, to Nitish Kumar Reddy, time will tell, just to bring everything into play.
Last year, number 1 in the power play with the ball. RCB 25 wickets in the power play at an economy rate of 8.3. They've already got 2.
It's a great catch. It goes so quick. The boundaries are not very big here. The fingers up. It's the Aussie way. Any Aussies in our commentary box? Are there any?
There is one who used to be Kiwi.
We were loading him up, Danny Morrison. He couldn't catch him. He was a bowler. Brilliant fielding. You need that fielding. We know that you've just missed your line, you've just missed your length, but Duffy, the fast bowler, dives away at backward point. It's brilliant.
I think Duffy is so excited, actually. It wasn't too far from him, given his height, but he's just so excited because he's in the middle of a great spell.
And just again with that catch, when you bend the knees and you go fingers up, if that dips on you, because the hands are in front, you have very little second comeback as opposed to when you go the opposite way. So good on Salt.
Excellent again from Bhuvi, a 6-run over. 4 overs in the power play, and Sunrisers are 29 for 2.
The new Big Art sauce.
They've had a sort of inconsistent run, particularly in previous years, SRH. Runners-up in 2024, didn't make the playoffs last year, so it's been 10th, 8th, 6th in addition to that second. A third for Jacob Duffy. Deep third in play. Again, he hits a splice at the bat. Great pleasure to say hello and good evening to Dale Steyn and Sunil Gavaskar. Hello, gentlemen.
Good evening, Bish. Good evening, Dale. Good evening, everybody. What a start for the RCB. They've got 2 of the most dangerous T20 batters in the world back in the pavilion. Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma back in the pavilion. 29 runs on the board. The scoring rate around 7 and over. And Jacob Duffy coming in for his 3rd over.
Should be another wicket. Could this be a 3rd for Jacob Duffy? It is. He has started off this IPL season with brilliant form. What a difference a few weeks make. All smiles.
RCB going for a 3rd over with Duffy, and he is replying with wickets. It's just gotten a little bit big on Nitish Kumar Reddy. He's tried to go across the line. All he's managed to do is sky it. Virat is excited, RCB are excited, the Chinnaswamy is losing their minds. Sunrisers are 3 down. Nitish Kumar Reddy, he's gone for 1. SRH 29 for 3.
If you're craving...
Heinrich Klaasen muscled the ball with 100 in his last game in 2025 IPL. But Klaasen's form has not been great post the last IPL season. Can he rectify it? Very good. A little bit of shape. Nice test match line from Jacob Duffy.
Well, you can see this was the first wicket. Going for the full shot. Then again, pull. Taking a deep square leg this time around. The short ball, short of a leg ball is working. And this is the 3rd wicket. All going for the pull shot or the hook shot and being caught.
Don't blame him for pitching it up a little bit more to Klaasen. Very good from Romario Shepherd. 3 taken. He only got 3 wickets in the World Cup, Jacob Duffy. 3 for 163. In a few overs here, 3 overs, 2 deliveries less. He's equaled his World Cup haul.
He's really the purple cap holder. 3 wickets. And it just shows you when you stick to a plan and it starts to pay off with your partner on the other end. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar complimenting him, bowling well, building up pressure. And Sunrisers feeling like they have to go for it. A lot of those balls that we saw the wickets fall to, they're not wicket-taking deliveries. It's just a accumulation of pressure that's been built up and forcing SRH to take on a shot that's not quite there.
think he broke the New Zealand record for the most international wickets in a calendar year in 2025. 81 wickets. Comes from down south, where it's very cold. So he has that ability to swing the ball, just like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar does. But to hold your length, Dale, you know this, to hold your length in the power play still has merit sometimes. Hit the splice of the bat, beat it up. 33 for 3 after 5.
The new big art saw.
If he can go through and get them 4 down inside the power play, he gets another one, then that's huge pressure on Sunrisers. But with his skill, he has a good slower ball, potentially bowl 1 at the death, maybe the 17th. Clear things up then.
Man on debut, Abhinandan Singh from UP. Oh, hard length. He's a developing prospect. Made his name during that UP T20 league where he was spotted. And now he makes an IPL debut.
And he almost got a wicket of the first ball that he bowled. First ball bowled at good speed, 139 kilometers per hour. And as he warms up, as he gets a lot more confident about his run up, about not bowling no balls, the speed will increase.
That's disappeared. My goodness, such power. Not many people hit them up into the upper tier here at this ground. I can think of a select few, very select.
And I think over here it's his height that helps him, because he can get under that ball as it's climbing and then help it along. He's a very powerful hitter of the ball, and look at the way he's got under the ball and he's hit it into the upper tier. That is a magnificent shot. That is an absolute corker of a shot.
Ishan Kishan plays that pull shot well. It's just hit and plugged, but might just have had enough to dribble into the ropes, eluding Duffy.
Now it was a better line, this one, than the previous one. But Ishan Kishan managing to get enough bat on it. A lot of the batters tonight playing the pull shot have struggled. We saw even the first ball of this over looping up, almost getting caught at mid-wicket, but getting enough bat on that. 10 runs off the last 2 deliveries. Sunrisers just fighting their way back a little bit here.
Does he go a little bit fuller? Does he push his length up? No, he goes wide of off stump, and it goes all the way for 6. Ishan Kishan on the march.
And that's what happens if you have that extra pace. Because if you have the extra pace, you will be taken for runs if you waver in length and in line, short outside the off stump. And it might have not quite come off the middle of the bat, but it is still 6. Maybe a slip fielder could go to where square leg is, because he is looking to bowl that length.
Yeah, RCB defending champs. So question for the new AI mode in Google search: what strategic tweaks have RCB made to their 2026 squad? Middle order, pace reinforcements, Venkatesh Iyer coming in, Jacob Duffy coming in, investing in youth, young uncapped players. One of them is bowling now. And I suppose the other question, you can know more by asking questions. 49 for 3.
The new Big Art sauce is
Straight in. Straight in. Easy as it comes. This is Harshal Patel. Quick in, quick out. The Sunrisers have lost 8.
3 catches for Devdutt Padikkal. And interesting for Bhuvi, even the catch that was dropped a couple of balls ago, he's bowling into the surface. He can go Yorker, he can go pace off. And Virat, not sure what that means. And they'll be happy to see another wicket go down. Good for Bhuvi, he's very good across phases. Patel goes for naught. 174 for 8.
So 13 balls left to get to their first target. Can they get those 26 that they need to get a 200? Right, we might have an impact sub here coming up. Travis Head has been retired out, subbed out, not retired out, but subbed out. We've got David Payne, who's only really recently been added into the Sunrisers team. Left-hand bowler, but can he hit a long ball here? He's coming as a replacement for Jack Edwards. Strike rate 111, 280 runs, not a lot there. So he's mixed up his pace in this when he's come back, Bhuvi. He's bowled 1 at 132, but the rest around 118, 119. They'll take the single. Well done. 8 of the over, 175 for 8. Dragon. Mario Shepherd has the ball. Right, pressure on Payne. When I said well done, I meant it was a brave call to take the single because they want Aniket Verma to face as many as possible. What's Payne's response going to be? Romario. It's not a bad one actually. Take the single, give him 11 balls. Tim David's in no hurry to return the ball. Travis Head only 11 today, found the fielder Phil Salt, almost as if he was searching for him. Straight in, first of 3 very, very good catches for Phil Salt. Right, Aniket Verma. Huge, big out of the stadium. He has hit a monster here. Just a little change of pace, but in the slot.
Like him a lot. Like this guy a lot. The pressure's on him now to get as close to 200 as possible. So to check his temperament as well now is going to be something very interesting to watch. But that was in the slot. It was an off-cutter. It was on a good length. Still needed to be hit. And have a look at the distance. It's a monster. 100 meter 6.
And keeps going. That's a bad ball. It's a bad ball, and it's got the result that the batter wanted. Wide with third man inside the circle.
And again, just reminding us of what he did last season. Over 200 runs at a strike rate of 165. And we told the story of his 32-ball 100 in the MP Premier League a couple of years ago. 25 sixes, he's a 6-hitter.
Straight back. This might go the distance, too. It does. This is sensational batting from this young man who made us all sit up and take notice last year. And he started his second season in tremendous style.
Those 25 sixes were in that season, not in the 100, of course, as KP looks at me. But you can see why. A lot of sacrifices made by his uncle to drive him to games time and again. And he says a lot of his performances is for that individual, for the sacrifices that they've made for him. What a talent.
What it's also telling us, Bish, is that what we tend to call the little leagues, the state leagues, the quality of cricket in those leagues is rising exponentially every year. And so if you see talent there, you can make a good estimate what it's like to perform here. Oh, I tried to play about 3 shots and got the white call.
I don't like that. I don't mind the odd batter turning around and playing the other way and switching, but the third man's just gone back. A real wide third man's just gone back in position now. They've gone and reviewed the wides, so that is a rule here in the IPL that the opposition captain is allowed to review a wide. He did turn around, so does the wide line shift? Is Patidar going to get one here? Is Romario Shepherd going to have to bowl another delivery? He's praying that he doesn't have to.
Yes. We have a players review for white given on the offside. Have the crosses and the revised white guideline marked. The batter is standing outside the line of off stump. Just roll it through. Roll it. The ball is clearly passing within the revised white guideline. Going back to Madan on field. Madan, I recommend you to reverse your white call. I'll let you know when you're on screen.
Backward point had just gone back onto the boundary as well, and he's so good straight.
This might reach the fielder. It does, an easy one. Such a big wicket with the last 6 balls to go, because Aniket was playing so well. 43 of 18 balls. Jimmy's got to say he's played his hand.
And Shepherd has got key wickets. He's been expensive tonight, but he's got key wickets. I thought he might have gone wider than that line actually was. So a dolly for Virat, who dropped it a little bit earlier. He should have put a little bit more power into that, I think, and really gone after it. So that'll disappoint him, but he played a good hand for him. A 43 to him, 192 for 9.
What that Aniket assault has meant is 200s in touching distance for the Sunrisers, but it's the last 2. Last pair in, Jaydev Unadkat is in. This is David Payne. Should be able to come back for 2.
And that's why the innings that he played was so valuable, Aniket. He played beautifully here, just to get his team within that touching distance. Came out to bat, he placed the ball, but then he also had unbelievable wrists and also batting sense to hit the ball in the areas that the ball needed to be hit. I think he'll be...
Scudded over the infield. Can they come back for another 2? Which they do quite easily.
I think he'll be livid that he didn't try and hit that one, Aniket. Try to place it. Should have hit it as far as he could.
Now, given how deep this batting is, what does 200 look like? Because this is serious batting lineup.
$200 is a great score. It's a very, very good score. Not going to say they're going to win by any stretch, because you know that chasing here is where you do win most of your games. But just psychologically, walking out to bat, knowing that you've got to get 200, you've got to go from the off. Can potentially bring early wickets, and it's the only way that SRH were going to win this game, was to be to post 200. Anything less than that, I'm not so sure.
Can hit a long ball too. Jaydev Unadkat. He's hit it back past the bowler, and good stop. Just briefly it looked like it might beat the fielder. 2's not a bad result, gets him to 199. How much has this man contributed, Kish? Can you put a number to his performance in the field?
These are the critical catches. I was wondering where that Yorker, when it was going to turn up for moving. He's bowled 3 attempted ones in a row now. He's picked his moments. He's got that in his bag over a long period of time, as we've seen, in addition to the pace off. Very good. Close it out as he go for the same thing again.
He's bowled magnificently. Duffy and Bhuvi have been the stars of this bowling display. Last ball coming up. Unadkat in strike. Goes through the offside. Payne's already charging for 1. Go for the second, they'll get it easily. And they finish with 201.
Very, very good batting. And that's why everybody wearing orange is up. They have a chance. They've got a very, very good chance. 201 for 9.
It's the 27th time that the Sunrisers have gone past 200. And the 7th time against RCB. What we did see today, though, was 2 outstanding bowlers. 3 for 22 and 1 for 31. So you got 8 overs there that produced 53. 144 of the other 12. Tells me if you can bowl very well, then maybe you can keep them down. But I didn't see anything in the surface that suggested the ball was stopping, gripping, even though towards the end we saw a lot more slow balls.
Ishan Kishan deserves a lot of credit for his half-century. 51 off 27 to get to his half-century and then go beyond it. His pace of scoring while wickets fell was good.
Right, so 202 to get two batting performances stood out. You mentioned Ishan Kishan, and if they got there towards the end, it was because of Aniket Verma's 43 of 18 balls. Delighted that he's talking to us. अनिकेत, बहुत मजा आया आपकी बैटिंग आज देखकर. क्या बॉल अच्छे से आ रहा था बैट के ऊपर, या आपको ज्यादा कुछ अलग कोशिश करनी पड़ रही थी?
ना सर, बहुत अच्छा विकेट है और अच्छा लगा मुझे कि टीम का टोटल 200 प्लस पहुंचा और हो सकता है कि हम इसको डिफेंड कर सकें.
पहले शॉट से अंदाजा था कि शायद आज मेरा दिन है?
हाँ सर.
जिस बॉल पे जो आखिरी शॉट आपने खेला, आप सिक्सेस इतनी आसानी से मार रहे थे, आप कुछ प्लेस करना चाह रहे थे, कुछ अलग शॉट खेला आपने आखिरी वाला?
सर मैं लास्ट बॉल था तो उसको सिंगल के लिए टैप कर रहा था, वो पर ज़्यादा पुश हो गया तो वो आउट हो गया. लास्ट बॉल सिंगल के लिए जा रहा था मैं. आप
कह रहे थे आसान अच्छा विकेट है, लेकिन जब बॉलिंग अच्छी हुई तो जैसे भूवी ने बॉलिंग की या डफी ने बॉलिंग की, तो अगर अच्छी बॉलिंग करो तो 200 अच्छा स्कोर है?
यस सर. नया बॉल देखा हमने, जो स्विंग हो रहा था, अच्छा स्किड हो रहा था, तो विल हेल्प फॉर आवर टीम.
एक जो शॉट एक और आपका देखा, आप पहले फैसला कर लेते हैं कि शायद ये बॉल मैं वहां मारूं, या रिएक्ट करते हैं क्योंकि वो जो रिवर्स मारने गए आप, जो आखिर वाइड नहीं कॉल हुआ, ये थोड़ा प्रीडिटरमिन होता है फील्ड देख के, या जल्दी आप फैसला कर लेते हो?
सर अकॉर्डिंग टू द फील्ड सब उसने वाइड डीप पॉइंट डाला तो मुझे लगा कि वो वाइड ऑर्डर के लिए जाएगा तो आई विल शॉट टू स्कूप।
लेकिन देखते हैं शायद आपके ये जो 43 रन है उससे फर्क भी पड़े। वेल प्लेड टुडे।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
Very interesting call. He was looking for a single to keep the strike, and the ball carried all the way to Kohli. He wanted to keep strike and looked at the field and wanted to play that ball there, which eventually didn't get called wide because he thought he was playing the field. Those are the two performances. Bish talked about Ishan Kishan. It was an incandescent performance. 80 of 38. Klaasen was looking like he was about to break free. Became one of 3 fabulous catches by Salt. But that's 43 of 18. Very little else over there.
These are the partnerships, and there's a real big one to talk about after a sloppy start for Sunrisers. Head Abhishek, and Reddy didn't last long at all, but Heinrich Klaasen and Ishan Kishan steadied the ship. 97 from 53. And then right at the end there were a couple of short partnerships, but of not so many balls.
Excellent bowling from Jacob Duffy on IPL debut. 4 overs on the reel, 3 for 22. Bhuvaneshwar, as Harsha said, 1 for 31. Good up front, good at the back end. 3 for Shepherd, a touch expensive, but 3 important wickets and 1 apiece for Abhinandan on debut and Surya Sharma.
So this first